The Pokemon TCG market is constantly changing. Trends are going up, trends are going down. Here's 5 more cards that I think are completely undervalued right now. What's going on, Funhouse crew? Welcome back to the channel, TCG Funhouse, where we open up Pokemon cards, we talk about Pokemon cards, but more importantly than anything else, in the history of the world, we're here to have fun with you guys and bring positivity to the Pokemon community. I'm Travis, and in today's video, we're going to be continuing our series where I give you guys 5 Pokemon TCG cards that I believe are completely underrated, undervalued, underappreciated right now in today's Pokemon TCG market that are worth buying, adding to your collection to make it just that much nicer, but also give you long-term growth down the road. But right before we get into that, we have a brand new giveaway here on the TCG Funhouse channel, and since it's December, it's the holidays, we've decided to have our biggest giveaway ever here on the channel. That's right, we're giving away a Celebrations ETB, a Pokemon TCG 25th anniversary Elite Trainer box of Celebrations. Man, you guys have been telling me that it's still hard to find Celebrations out at the store, so I want to do everything I can to try to share what I get, what I find with you guys here on the channel and my lovely, lovely subscribers. So stay tuned to the very end of the video to get your full entry details on this Pokemon TCG Celebrations Elite Trainer box. And as we're getting into the list here, guys, I want to make sure you remember the key points that I always bring up on these Pokemon investment videos, and that is our facts. That's right, I put together an acronym for you guys to remember when you're buying singles over on TCG Player or eBay or wherever you buy your singles from. Facts. F stands for fan favorite, A for affordability, C for condition, T for trends, and S for supply. As long as you remember those 5 key points when buying singles, you should have more success than failures. But without further ado, let's dive right into my very first card here on the list of top 5 Pokemon TCG cards you should be picking up right now to bolster your Pokemon investment portfolio. And we're going with that F, that fan favorite Lugia EX from XY Ancient Origins. You guys are going to be hearing me talk a lot about the XY era, the Black and White era, and even Sun and Moon, the early sets in Sun and Moon era, because all of these sets were released and came out before the mass printing that we're getting right now for the Sword and Shield era. And a lot of the late Sun and Moon eras, even like Hidden Fates, have gotten tons and tons of reprints. And these sets are not going to be, I mean, knock on wood, never say never, but they're most likely not going to be printed ever again. So we're not going to be seeing stuff like XY Ancient Origins inside collection boxes or mini tins or things like that, to where we're still going to be getting Sword and Shield base and Rebel Clash for probably the next year or so in these products. So I'm going to be focusing a lot on these underprinted sets. I don't want to say underprinted, but they're underprinted compared to today's market. And Lugia always carries value. Lugia is one of those fan favorites, one of those top 3 or 4 Pokemon that carry value along with Charizard and Rayquaza and Mew. Lugia is right there as well. And this is the most affordable Lugia Ultra Rare period. The XY Ancient Origins, you can get it right now over on TCG Player in near mint condition for about $3, which is absolutely fantastic for an ultra rare for a Pokemon of the caliber of Lugia. So I really see this set and this card going up in value for years to come. And now we're going to be going back in time for the next card here on the list, which this list is in no particular order. As I always tell you guys, these are just 5 cards that I think are good buys. I'm going back in the day, Neo Genesis Wizards of the Coast Pikachu First Edition. Yes, I know this is a regular rare card, but if you've seen my previous videos, I say this before, picking up those first edition cards is like getting a rare card, right? Significantly less printing than the unlimited versions for all of the Wizards of the Coast sets that have the first edition. And this card is still very affordable in that $10 to $12 range right now over on TCG Player in near mint condition. Remember guys, I totally recommend 100% picking up near mint. I think condition is key. That's why it's part of the facts. Some of these older sets with non-holographics like this Pikachu, I would go down to lightly played because it's much more affordable. You're looking at $10 to $12 for near mint, to where lightly played, you're looking at $5 or $6. And sometimes it's worth taking that risk on a lightly played card. They may send you a card that is in fact and indeed near mint condition and very, very good. When you're not dealing with the holographic scuffing on these vintage cards, sometimes it's worth going back to lightly played. And this is about half the price, so I think that falls under that category. But Pikachu is always a good buy. Pokemon mascot. Pokemon is always going to put Pikachu in front of our faces. Always, always, always. So when you're adding these Pikachus, especially these vintage Pikachus, first edition Pikachus, first print run Pikachus like for base set, it's always, always a good buy. So that's why it's here on the list. Pushing forward, I'm going back to what I was talking about earlier, that early Sun and Moon XY era, and I'm going with another Shining Legends card. I love Shining Legends. I think it's going to be one of the greatest sets ever printed, and people will remember this set for a very long time. I'm going with Shining Jirachi. Now, there are more fan favorite cards that got Shining versions like Mew and Rayquaza, but those cards are starting to creep up there in price. They're both, I believe, in the 40s right now, high 30s for the Mew, something like that. This Jirachi, you can still pick up a near mint condition for like $12 to $13 over on TCG Player. I think all of these Shining cards are worth buying for long-term hold. It's going to be some of those cards and some of those like special subset of a subset kind of cards that people are going to hunt and remember when they're building their collections back up in 20, 25 years from now, that sort of thing. Remember, a lot of times, guys, I'm focusing on long-term growth, not necessarily 1 or 2 years from now. And this Shining Jirachi of a mythical Pokemon, Shining variant, the very first print run, and right now only Shiny variant that we have of Jirachi in the TCG. When you checkmark those kinds of boxes, I think it's definitely a huge buy. Jirachi, we just got him in the Diamond and Pearl remakes too, right? So some more focus on Jirachi. It's been a very long time since people were able to get a legitimate Jirachi in the game. So he's kind of back in the forefront again. This card has gone up a few bucks over the past 5 or 6 months. You could consistently get this card for $10 or so about 6 months ago. So this card is upward trajectory right now. But I definitely think it's worth grabbing still at this price point. I really don't see this card coming down in price or in value ever, just like any of the Shining versions in Shining Legends. Today's video is brought to you by Titan Shield. Empower passion and preserve value over on their Amazon store, which is the best place to pick up these wonderful sleeves and card protectors. Let's take a look and see what they have. Using code Funhouse15 at the checkout gives you 15% off the entire order. Take a look at these standard size sleeves, which are perfect for Magic the Gathering and Pokemon collectors. They have your fan favorites of black and clear, along with some more unique options like the pink and orange, which are super phenomenal. They also have these in the Japanese sizes for all of you Yu-Gi-Oh fans out there. My favorite product they carry, though, are the perfect fits. The double sleeving, the double protection is absolutely phenomenal, and these are very, very affordable. You get 1,000 inner sleeves for $20 before the 15% off. This is my absolute favorite product that they do carry, but they have everything, guys. Look at these top loaders, 3x4, penny sleeves, 9-page pockets. They have everything that you need over on the Amazon store. Use the link in the description, guys, and don't forget to use Funhouse code Funhouse15 to get 15% off your entire Titan Shield order. And we're going from one shiny Pokemon to another shiny Pokemon. This time we're going with the Hidden Fates Shiny Vault Scyther, regular shiny. Scyther is a huge fan favorite, probably still the most popular bug type, and it's actually more popular than even Scyther. Its evolutionary form. So much nostalgia based around this Pokemon and these cards with these shiny variants and Hidden Fates. Just like I said for the Shining Legends Jirachi, this card is going to carry value down the road. All of these shiny variants for Hidden Fates are going to carry value down the road. I said Shining Legends is going to be one of the best sets remembered. Hidden Fates will be the best set remembered. I just put up a poll over on Instagram, and over 300 people voted for Hidden Fates over Celebrations as long-term investment in a better collector set. which kind of blew my mind because I think Celebrations will be great as well. But this just shows you how much people love Hidden Fates. And when you add a fan favorite set like Hidden Fates with a fan favorite Pokemon like Scyther, you have a mix of just greatness, right? And something that I think is going to carry value, especially considering the card is still so cheap right now. It still is about $5 over on TCG Player in near mint condition. The second most expensive regular shiny after Lucario, which I also think is a good pickup. The full arts get so much love in this set. Sometimes I think the regular shinies get forgotten about when you have these huge favorite Pokemon like Scyther in them and even Lucario. It's 100% worth buying. Scyther doesn't have a full art. If he had a full art, I would say go get it. But Scyther got the full art because he's the final form, which leaves Scyther to just get the regular version. And I actually think long-term overall, the Scyther may even be the better buy, especially at this price point. So picking up the fan favorite Hidden Fates Shiny Scyther, I think is a huge buy right now at that $5 price point. And for the last slot on this list, I'm going to do something a little bit differently. Instead of giving you guys one card, I'm going to give you guys a few cards that fall under the same umbrella that I think are all worth buying right now. I'm going all the way back vintage once again with Team Rocket. I'm going with all of the Dark Eeveelutions in their first edition forms. That's right. Dark Jolteon, Dark Flareon, and Dark Vaporeon are all huge buys and good steals right now in their first edition variants. Now, they are uncommon cards, right? But again, when you're adding the first edition rarity to the uncommon, you're almost more looking at like a rare, right? Almost like a holo rare even at this point. I talked about what first edition commons really meant. First edition uncommons are even stronger than that. And the fact that all three of these cards are still under that $10 price point for their first edition is absolutely insane to me. And that's in near mint. And again, just like I said with the Pikachu, because these are non-holographics, I would not even mind going lightly played on all three of these cards. Going lightly played, prefer near mint, but lightly played drops all the way down to like that $4 or $5 range. So my rule of thumb for lightly played is if it's under half the price and it's a non-holographic vintage card, it's worth picking up. So if you can grab these Flareons and these Jolteons at about that $4.50 range, first edition lightly played, definitely worth picking up. But make sure you take a look at them. Sometimes people do try to sneak in more like moderately played cards as well in the lightly played section. If you don't like the condition of the card, TCG Player is very good at accepting returns as long as the buyers are ready to work with you, and they really are, because reputation means so much over on TCG Player. They don't want that blemish, so people don't buy from them in the future. So they will bend over backwards for you if you disagree with the condition. But grabbing Dark Jolteon, Dark Flareon, Dark Vaporeon right now from Team Rocket in their first edition variants is a huge buy. They're fan favorites. Eeveelutions, Eevee being pushed as a pseudo mascot. I keep saying it in my videos. It's massive, guys. All three of these cards are huge buys and huge, huge steals right now. Go pick them up. Like, they're just phenomenal, right? I love all the Eeveelution cards, especially these older ones. I wouldn't pass up on these as long as they stay under that $10 marker. I'm just going to load up on them, and I'm going to continue as much as I can, really. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today as we go over 5 more undervalued Pokemon TCG cards that I think are worth buying right now and are at very, very good prices. A lot of these I'm thinking about long term. You're not going to see huge spikes, especially right now. The market is kind of correcting itself. It was very, very high over the past 6 to 7 to 8 months. It is starting to correct itself, so you're going to see prices come down. Do not stress about some prices coming down. That is actually good, because some people who were buying cards over the last 5 or 6 months, I think were completely overspending on certain cards. So as they come down, they're going to be worth buying, because if we ever see another huge spike in the Pokemon TCG game, which I do think we will, it'll probably work itself on a cycle, right? People will miss it, come back, nostalgia, blah, blah, blah. We're going to see these big spikes happen again. So we're coming to a valley right now, so it's going to be worth buying a lot of these cards. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of today's list. What was your favorite card on the list? What card do you want to go buy right now, and what card do you think I should add to my next list? I'm always open to talking to you guys. I reply to every comment. I try my best. You guys have been crushing the comment section lately, so thank you so much to you guys. Drop a sub while you're down there, leaving a comment, hit that like button. It really, really helps me with the YouTube gods. But I know you want those entry details for that Pokemon TCG 25th Anniversary Celebrations Elite Trainer Box. And here's your details right now. Thank you guys so much for staying tuned to the end of today's video. That's right, it's giveaway details time. What? We're giving away a Pokemon 25th Anniversary Celebrations Elite Trainer Box. We cranked up November's celebration giveaway all the way up. I know you guys have still been having a hard time finding it out at your store, so I'm going to be giving one away here on the channel. So how do you get your entry details for the Celebrations ETB? 1, you must be a subscriber here on the TCG Funhouse channel. 2, you must leave a comment on the videos. Anything you guys want to comment. Sometimes I ask a question. I ask for your advice, your opinions. Answer those, guys, because I love chatting with you. I respond to every single one. And number 3, you must like the videos. And why I say like the videos, because you can get an entry for every single video that we post in the month of December. And we post 3 to 4 videos a week here on YouTube. So you could be looking at 16 to 18 entries for this Celebrations ETB. And if you do those for every video, that's how you get your entry. Absolutely phenomenal, guys. Let me know, what do you think? Celebrations, are you excited? I hope so. I'll see you around.